Hey everyone, Mango7 here. How we doing today? Welcome to another Dragalia Lost video. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I love this game. This is a confusing one. This is a very difficult one, and strap yourselves in because we're gonna get a little confusing. We're gonna talk about weapons, crafting, unbinding, all those shenanigans. I still get it, but it's really confusing at this point, and I always screw it up. So I'm gonna try to go step by step by step by step with you here, and just to kind of explain things. You're going to need your smithy here, obviously, in your town, and the higher level, the more things you can do. But the exact same process is basically from start to finish when you do these. You're also going to need your halidome leveled up too, because if your halidome is leveled up, you can then level up your smithy too, and then all things tie together, and you've got yourself a great weapon. So first things first is we're going to be making a weapon for Elisan because I think she's absolute cutie. Also because I tried to make a video doing Subjugator and screwed it up horribly, so we're taking take number 2. And it's also important to note here that there are 3 different tiers of weapon, and this is a 3-star weapon right now. This is the first tier. This is the one you originally craft called the Subjugator. And then you have a second tier of weapon here, and this one is stronger than the first tier, obviously. And then you have a third tier, and this is the end goal for a lot of things. And these are very, very, very awesome elemental weapons, and these build up your might and build up your power when matched with a specific element. So if you're a fire user, you really want to have a fire weapon. Otherwise, you miss out on a lot of the bonuses. But the thing is, it is ridiculous to make a fire weapon or an elemental weapon. It is so unbelievably difficult and time-consuming and expensive. I don't really want to do it until I hit 4 or 5-star weapons. So we're going to instead show you what I did and hopefully help you along the way. So let's start here. Let's start crafting and go to our spears for Elisan. There's 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars, and I guess I'll just start off telling you guys what I think you should do in general and why I did it. So I started off with a 3-star weapon, and I fully unbound my tier 2 version of this and fully enhanced it up. I didn't go to elemental, but I wanted to learn the process, so I did it on a 3-star instead of a 4-star. I'm currently using a tier 2 not fully unbound 4-star on my weapon, which is stronger than a fully unbound 3-star tier 2, and I'm sorry this is confusing, but hopefully you'll get this as we go. I have not built an elemental yet. I'm debating building a 4-star elemental weapon yet, but I'm so close to tier 5-star weapons, I mean, that I just don't want to waste the resources since the 5 stars will be better. Keep in mind, these are super blocked behind your halidome, so you need 300 facility level halidome for your 5-star weapon. So whatever your plan is, figure out what halidome level you need, what faculty level you need, and go from there. But I really recommend just sticking to tier 2 weapons, not going to elemental, unless you feel like you're going to be stuck in the same place for a long time. So let's start things off, and this is for crafting a fully unbound tier 2 3-star weapon. If you only want to craft a tier 2 weapon and not fully unbind it, you only need to do this process with 5 items instead of 25 like I'm doing here. It'll all make sense as we go along, but I figure why not do it in one big shebang here and try to explain it all. So we want 25 of the exact same weapon here. I hope I have enough bag space. I think I did it right. I did. Perfect. So step number 2, what I do is I go to unbind, and I'm going to sort by rarity descending. And then we have all of these here. So what I'm going to do, just so I don't get confused, and this is super important, I'm just gonna lock 5 of these. These are going to be our base items. Actually, as I'm talking about this now, I don't even think I have enough materials for this, so I might have to craft a bunch of weapons just to feed them in for the video, but I guess we'll see. So I've got my 5 here, so what I want to do is click on one of the ones, and you'll see these are our other 4. We are not touching those, don't eat those. And we're going to feed this one 4, and what this does is unbind that weapon fully. All these things here, these 4 diamonds, that means it's unbound, and now we can see it's level 1 out of 20, and we're going to hit unbind, and now it goes from level 20 to 40 maximum. And we're going to do the exact same process 5 times here. So we're going to switch that weapon, and then we're going to go back here to this one and unbind this one as well. And this is why we buy 25, because we need to make 25 of these fully unbound items here. There's no way I have enough materials for this as I'm saying this, so I'm definitely going to have to craft some some to show you guys. And we'll do this as well. That's 3 of them here. Easy, and we will go back to our other trident, and 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. A lot of this is repetition, so once you get the entire idea of things, you'll really figure out how to do it and figure out how far you want to go. We'll try to keep a track of our might too to see how much of a difference this does make. Okay, so there we go. So first things first, I want to go to our might here, and we can go to, let's just cut out everybody from our team except for Elisan. Here we go, there she is, she's so beautiful. And we have a 3-star trident on, not unbound or anything. Well, it's unbound, but it's not leveled up. And we are at 816 might for her. I'm not going to remember that, but hopefully you guys are. We're then going to go to crafting and just start upgrading. So let's start upgrading the first one that's equipped just to see what our might is. And we can use whetstones. It doesn't matter if you use whetstones or weapons. I like to use weapons just to get more inventory space ready. And I hit auto and I make sure it is 2-star or under, and then 3-star or under when I move on to 4-star weapons. Okay, and then auto here. And we see we go over 170, that doesn't really matter too much. And then our weapon is now level 40, so we can go back. I think we were 860 might, so we're now 894 there. So our next step, before we do that 5 more times, just to see if I run out of materials, and just to remember this might, we're going to go into our staff we just made, or this trident here. Was that the right one? I don't think that was the right one. No, it was not the right one, because it should have given you this message if it was the right one, because we locked the right one. And this is why I always make sure. And the way these elemental weapons work is you get a skill from the tier 2 weapons, and if you go to the elemental, you need to match up your weapon with the elemental. So because I'm Elisan, I would generally want this weapon here because it leads to the water version and that gives me the boost. But because I'm not going to go to the elemental weapon, instead I want to check these skills and see which one I like better. So this one is Spiraling Descent here, and it deals damage to target and nearby enemies. So if we go down to the other one, we're not sure what that one does, so we do a long press here. And it does deal damage to surrounding enemies. So it doesn't really matter which one we do, so we're going to go with the elemental option that matches just to be safe here. And we will craft it. Craft it. I'm definitely not going to have enough materials, I can tell right there, but I can at least show you guys the entire process for the most part. And then we have it crafted, so we go back to our weapon. We're at 885. I think we went a little lower, but that's okay because we're level 1 out of 20 right now. So then we can go back to our weapons, we can find our equipped one. By the way, it unfavorites at this point, so you have to find it again and refavorite it, which is super annoying. But let's select it here and we'll go to weapons, we'll go to auto, confirm, easy, easy, easy. We go over, we're now capped at 20, and now this is a regularly unbound tier 2 weapon, which is what I tend to stay with for my weapons. Unless I really, really, really want to go nutso, because after this point, it is very, very, very expensive to do this. And we moved up to 947 might, so we got a pretty good amount of might just from that. So what we're going to do is just repeat the process a couple times here, see how many times we can actually upgrade it, and just show you, in general, how this works. So we will now go to weapons, and then we're going to choose the ones that are unbound. So what we can do is hit sort again, unbind, and this will put all the unbound ones at the top, and we can pick our 4 favorites and just start feeding them everything here. So let's go auto. I hope I have enough. I'm not gonna have enough, but we'll get an idea. I tried to farm all day long to try to get this video out to just give you an idea of what this takes. So that one is done. Might as well do this one too and just start getting as many done as possible. And we can use whetstones, like I said, it doesn't matter which one you use. I'm actually going to make an elemental weapon now that I say it, but I don't think I can do it this video. I might have to be another video just to show you guys. I mean, we're getting this close anyway, we might as well. All done there. And it is level 30, so we're going to auto. Looks like we have none that are 2-star or under. So these ones here, how much do they give? They're knight swords. I don't really care about knight swords, so let's just eat those two. And I'm out of stuff to do here, so I am instead going to go craft some items. You should not do this, absolutely shouldn't, but I'm doing this just to show you guys a video here, show you how to do it. So let's do 10 of these and see if that's enough. We're using up all our items, but it's super fine. Forging complete, thank you. Then we'll go to upgrade again, back to weapons. Oh god. And I wish it showed item level here, because like I can see that it's unbound, but I can't really see the rarity. The outline shows it, but it doesn't really show it. It doesn't show the level either. I really wish they made this menu a little better to go through. So they're all level 40 so far, right? Except for this one. Perfect. So we found the one we were looking for, and we are over. Easy. And then now we have to go back to crafting. Oh god, at least this really shows you what this entails, because it is nutso. So we have to go back to crafting here, go to enhance, and we have to make all of these into mail breakers. So it looks like I'm going to be 2 materials short, 2 of those, whatever those are. Oh no, we're going to be short of everything. But we can at least do it a couple times to show you. Make some more of those, and we've got 1 more of these to make here. Good. And then we will do the exact same thing with this one. We won't be able to fully unbind. We are 1 of these short, but we'll be able to at least almost fully unbind and show you. And then I can kind of explain how the elementals work at this point. So we now go back to the menu here. We go to weapons and we go to unbind, and we find the one we have equipped, which is this one, I believe. Mailbreaker, yep, it is. And we can unbind, and you can see we only have 3 instead of 4, which will fill up 3 of those slots, and we can see 20 to 35. This will show you a pretty good idea of the might too. And we go to upgrade, and let's get it up a little bit. Do we have weapons? Do we do? I don't know what I have those in there for, but let's get rid of them. 31, so there we go. I used every bit of resources I could, basically, and we are now up to 983 might, and we are 1/5 of the way there, approximately. So that is the step to make a fully unbound tier 2 weapon -1 at the end. So it's really unfortunate I couldn't finish the full elemental weapon, but I finished like 95% of it. I tried to farm the materials, but there's nothing else to farm today. I can't get to the things that farm them, so I've got to end it here, but I can kind of explain the rest of it. So as you can see, we made 4.5 or so of the items required to make an elemental weapon, and that is 4 mail breakers. If we had 5 mail breakers, what we would do is go to Azure Jewel here and craft this, and this will eat up all 5 of our weapons. And then you have your tier 3 elemental weapon ready to go. And then the scary part hits, and you realize that you have to unbind it to kind of maximize its potential. And guess what? You've got to do that same process we just did 4 more times. That means instead of buying 25 items at the start, like we did, we have to buy 100 and literally do that same process over and over and over again until it's done. So that is why it is incredibly expensive and time consuming to get these done, but they are very powerful. And it's also why when you get to 4 stars, it might be time to consider doing it, but I really don't think so. Anyways, I am confused. Are you confused? I will put a too long didn't read in the description below, because I don't think this video really did it justice. I really wanted to walk you through this, but it's just so impossibly hard to do with all the steps taken. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe as always, and I will see you guys later. Bye now!